YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I just got off work a while ago and I got a notification on my phone that a new banlist just came out, or a new upcoming banlist is gonna be here in Macedo. Yeah, I just know some of the banlists, just to confirm it. But yeah, sad to say there was the Black Dragon band. It was really sad to see that one, the Emancipators. I'm very sorry. I really love the deck as well. But yeah, it is what it is. But anywho, we are going to react onto the upcoming banlist and what this will imply into the future of Master Duel. So first and foremost, we have here in the ban list here, I'm looking at it on another phone. So this is kind of like a reaction video for the ban list. So we have, or this will be implemented on the 31st of August. So 10 days more, okay? So today is 21, so that's good. So we have the unlimited first of all, and I'm looking at this at masterduelmeta.com. So unlimited copies na Dear Servant. All right, so from 2 to 3 copies. So really good for Dogmatica players to have an additional copy of the Dear Servant, making it more consistent. Sending a copy of Archetype to the graveyard and searching out a ritual spell or a ritual monster from your deck. That adds up more consistency with the play for a Dogmatica player. Also, you can send out any monster for that matter, not just the Arclight. So if ever you want to destroy or pop a card on the field or negate a monster effect on the field, you can send out Aggregator or a copy of Entes from the extra deck to the graveyard. So that's really good. Then we have, what else? Ancient Fairy Dragon from 1 to 3. I don't know, because before from 0 to 1, it wasn't that really relevant. The effect has already been changed of all, so it's not really that broken to begin with when it came back. Having this to 3 copies doesn't really seek plays. The only deck that I've seen people play this on is Spirals, and even with that, it kind of like goes with a ton of combos, which of course in some cases or nowadays they're just going to be overshadowed with the current meta of decks. So I'm not sure about this 1 to 3. Doesn't really matter. So let's see, what else? Curse to the Orcus Mech Knight. Oh, this is a really good addition, or adds more consistency with the Orcus decks. So I think MJ from my Team Octagram group plays a lot of Orcus and he's really good at it. So MJ, you'll have another copy of Orcus here. That's good. And then we have, let's see. Oh, is it there's only 3 cards from the Unlimited? Okay. So let's see. I'm just slowly scrolling down. There we go. Semi-limited. So we have Blaster Dragon Ruler of Infernos from 1 to 2 copies. So an additional copy of Blaster is going to be added into Master Duel. What does this entail? Are we going to see more Dragon Rulers added back into the game of Yu-Gi-Oh? So let's see. Before, it was a really broken archetype. But at the current state of Master Duel, I think it's very fast-paced. Or even the whole Yu-Gi-Oh scene, it's very fast-paced. I think Dragon Rulers won't be that like broken nowadays. So let's see. 1 to 2, that's good. And then I think Dragon Rulers are level 7. Oh yeah, because of the 7 sword spell card that can discard and draw 2 cards. So I think they are really good materials for Kashtira. So let's see, the other cards. Pot of Extravagance from 3 to 2. Okay. This is the main phase banish 3 or 6 random face down from the extra deck. Oh, so this is for Labyrinth decks. Wow, very impactful for Labyrinth at the current state when Chaos Angel, and before that the Lady and Big Welcome was added. So having Pot of Extravagance like nerfed to 2 copies, so I think that's gonna be somewhat of a slight nerf. So let's see how this will actually impact the deck by overall. But for me, this is just a minor change for the Labyrinth. I mean, they have a lot of cards that can just bring out trap cards or monsters from the deck to the field, or from the graveyard to the field, or to the hand. So I'm not sure about the Extravagance nerfing the deck in an impactful way. Let's see, next card we have Luster Pendulum to the Draco Slayer from 1 to 2. So this was actually removed from the ban list before, or was this removed from 3 to 1? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was 0 to 1 or 3 to 1. I forgot about it. But yeah, it's just Pendulum Magician supports. So that's Draco Slayer for you. I think not much players have actually used this. Or yeah, not really a fan of pendulums, by the way. So I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, so that's it. So 3 cards for the semi-limited. So we're going towards the limited list. So hopefully we'll be seeing like tier elements, or I'm not sure about the branded though, but we'll be seeing like sprites most of all, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so limited list, we have... You gotta be kidding me. Branded Fusion 2-1? Well, I was really hoping that branded cards won't be like hit into the ban list, but yeah, 2-1 for Branded Fusion. I mean, yeah, sad to say, but we can't do anything about it. In OCG, it is 1 copy. Okay, so that is why. Okay, so this is gonna be like lessening the consistency of branded decks because of this. So they managed to semi-limit this card before on the previous ban list, and now they are limiting it to 1. So it's kind of like playing during the Dark vs. Light event. So this is gonna be wild. So yeah, Branded Fusion, very very sad time for branded decks. But let's see. Yeah. That grass looks greener. 2-1. Right? So I just saw that Block Dragon was forbidden. So I'm not sure if a 60 card pile for Adamantimators is gonna be that relevant. Furthermore, I think grass is a really good staple in most of the 60 card decks. That being, I think this is gonna be like irrelevant if ever you're gonna run a 1 copy of That Grass Looks Greener. I mean, who would run a 1 card of That Grass Looks Greener on a 60 card pile? That's really hard to actually draw on your starting hand. I mean, that is just crazy. Maybe I'll just dismantle 2 copies of this once the new ban list is going to be added or implemented. I mean, oh damn. So how many decks are using that grass? I know by far Brandeds are using it. So many decks. Oh, Dragonlings are using it. Danger, Thunder Dragon, Chaos, Phantom. Wow, Infernoid, Despia Shadal. There's quite a lot of decks that uses That Grass Looks Greener. Eldritch Frog. Wow, that's quite a lot of decks for That Grass Looks Greener. Alright, so it's just collateral damage for most of the decks at this point on. Yikes. Alright, so yeah, very sad for 60 card decks. Really, really sad. And then we have Kelbeck. There we go. The other or the last Ishizu card that was not hit on the previous ban list. And like I said in my previous video, Kelbeck is one of the strongest Ishizu card there is. So I was really curious on why they did not hit this on the previous ban list. Now they have actually limit this to 1. So they only have 2 millers at this point on. So that's good. That is good. But I haven't seen any tier elements at this point on. So let's see. Sprite Jet. Alright, so like I've been expecting this already. So sprites are going to be targeted for the ban list. So Jet 2-1. So a hard 1 copy of Jet. So previously they hit Blue and then Jet from 3-2. Now they actually hit Jet. So that's cutting the consistency of another meta deck. Okay, so that's Swap Frog 2-1. Okay, sorry. Oh, right. So only 1 card is going to be sent to the graveyard here and then sending out a copy of Ronin Totem. So I'm not sure about the gameplay of sprites at this point on. A lot of nerf into the sprite archetype. Yeah, so I'm not seeing a really good time for sprite players nowadays. So this is going to be bad. So if ever this is going to be implemented, we'll have tier elements and somewhat branded. No, I'm not sure about branded. Tier list, I think today are Dragon Links on 2 and then branded. And then I think tier elements is still tier 1. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that is the limited list. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards in the limited list. Right, that is quite a lot to be honest. So, wow, I never really expect Branded Fusion to be added to this list. But Sprite, yeah, I think that's almost expected into this gameplay. So Swap Frog, and then let's go towards the Forbidden list. So we already expected that Block Dragon is going to be added into the Forbidden list. So let's see. Number 86, Heroic Champion, Rongo Miniad. 3-0. So, typically, yeah. It's really annoying that having numbers avail and then summon Rongo to the field and then use the effect of Sales Ban is really a stupid combo. But yeah, I think this is going to be something good. So people who have copies of Rongo Miniad can just dismantle it once it's going to be, or once the ban list is going to be implemented this 31st. Then we have Agido, Ancient. Wow, from 1-0. So they only have 1 miller. 3 Ishizu cards overall can be used in a tier element deck. So Agido is not anymore included into that. Well, I already expected this. A tier elements is going to be slowly hit in the upcoming ban list. So I wasn't wrong. So they managed to hit Ishizu cards that was very beneficial for tier elements. So that's going up there. So they're gonna hit more and more tier element cards or supports in the coming months. So that's the 2 cards. For what else? We have Bish Balkan. So I think this is the FTK one, where you can use it on a Dino deck that you can summon to the field and then, you know, use the, what you call that, the Numeron or the Chronomaly card. I forgot about that, but this is used in the FTK. So no more FTKs with the Bish Balkan. All right, so that's somewhat good. Rongo Miniad and the Bish Balkan. Okay, we can. So we have like a thumbnail on our video today. Then we have Block Dragon. All right, we already know about it. Sad times for the Emancipators, to be honest. So next we have, oh, there we go. So Merly from 2 to 0. So we already expected the tier elements. I never thought that they added this one on the forbidden list. I was thinking that they add like 2 or 3 copies of tier elements in the limited list. But yeah, immediately going towards the throat. Tier elements Merly 2 to 0. And this is really significant, by the way, for tier elements, because they can just be searched, or this can be dropped by a copy of Sprite, can be reborn by a copy of Sprite Elf, can be searched by a copy of Kit Kalos, and then spell summoned by the copy of Kit Kalos. If you have a Scream on field, you can basically mill 8 cards in total, so really is significant for this card to be actually added into the ban list. So that's the first of many tier elements cards that's going to be added into the ban list. Furthermore, tier elements can now only fusion summon 2 times in 1 turn. So Merly is not going to be like relevant anymore for a tier element deck. So the only salvation for a tier elements now, if ever by next month we'll have the Kashtiras, it will be tier element Kashtira that has the ability to mill cards as well. So if we'll have that, I think it will be somewhat playable, or tier elements will have like, or it will save the tier elements deck, because I think there's going to be a new archetype that's going to be roaming around in Master Duel by next month. That's what I'm expecting. Everything that will happen. Yeah, that's basically it. The full changes is newly forbidden, yeah, limited, semi-limited, and unlimited. So overall, what I see here is basically, if you have been playing Master Duel for a long time, there's going to be a new method coming into Master Duel, whether or not it's going to be like Kashtiras. I'm pretty sure Kashtiras is going to be added into the game by next month, because they're banning most of the significant meta decks. They are going to ban a ton of cards for tier elements in the couple of months. And this is because Kashiras is going to be like the #1 deck by, hopefully by next month we'll have that one. But yeah, that is my prediction towards it. And I already predicted it before that they're going to ban tier elements in most of the meta decks nowadays, just to make room for Kashiras. I would have thought that they actually hit Sprite Elf for that matter, but as I see here, they only like managed to like hit the main deck monsters, not Gigantic Sprite or Sprite Elf. Sprite Elf on 3 copies at best is still a really broken card, and people are just using it in most of the decks, not just Sprite. By next month, we'll have Kashiras. I'm pretty sure they're gonna add Kashiras into the game on full power. So if ever that happens, we'll have a new meta deck that includes Kashiras. But yeah, that's basically it. My reaction towards the ban list and what will happen in the next month. So yeah, let's wait for that one. And that is basically it for today. Keep safe, good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.